Oh, right, is that working now? I think so. Let's see, you're all here before I am this evening. I've had to rearrange things. There we are, I've got a picture. Yes, everything's a different setup for the auction than it is from the YouTube stream, so I have to rearrange everything, remember what to plug in where and which things to collect, etc. Right, let's see. Elaine Roger, good evening. Stevie, I hope to see the flamingo shirt. Flamingo shirt? Flamingo shirt. Oh, the one from Florida. Yes, no, it's too cold tonight for that. I'm freezing me what's it's off. I just lit the fire. But I will do. Evening, Gary. Evening, Peter. Peter, Stella, Paul, Richard, Ollie, David, Peter. David again. Marvellous. Evening all. Yes, back again after a few months of busyness. Yes, I know the feeling. I've been very, very busy as well. Been a hectic week. Boy, do I need some sleep tonight. But anyway, not to worry. Now, hang on a minute. Memory screen's disappeared. What have I done with that? Let me find it. We want that one up, don't we? There we go. Right. What we were going to do... is... Hang on a moment. What do we want? We want this one. No, that's not right, is it? Oh, what have I done? Oh, God, hang on. It's all going horribly wrong. Click the wrong buttons. Go back to there. What I was looking for is the catalogue. What have I done with it? Bear with me a minute. I've lost it somewhere. Hang on, what I'll do if I do it from here. If I do that, do this, right. I have to pull it up again. Sorry, folks. I'm usually more organised-ish. Easy Live. There we go. Right. Hang on, bear with. Auctions. Here. Right, and if I put that up to here, like that, then it should appear. Ta-da! Look at that, magic. Excellent, we're there. Right, sorry about that. Were I not wearing a flamingo shirt for the auction? Oh no, that's shirt. It's elephants. It's my special elephant shirt. Have you not noticed? Blue stripes and pink elephants. It's my favourite auction shirt. Evening, Paul. No, one of our regulars very kindly. They were in Florida recently and bought me a present. Very nice, another nice Mickey Mouse T-shirt, which I have many. So I was going to wear that tonight, but it's too damn cold, so I have to wait till I've got the heating on next week. Like a neon Mickey Mouse on it, very good. Thank you very much. Anyway, right, let's have a look. What I was going to do, if I just blow this up a little bit. Can I get it to 2 across? I can, I think. We'll have a look at today's auction. Let's pull that down a little bit out of the way. There we go. I think that's all right, isn't it? Yeah, so interesting sale. A lot of people have said in the week because of the how can I put this politely? The auction yesterday up north and the one a few weeks ago down south, where a lot of the items didn't find new owners, should we say. If that was having any effect on the market, was the whole kind of market for slot machines and vintage amusement stuff crashing or not? And also, because a lot of stuff hadn't sold in those two auctions, does that put people off buying? Like any other market, you know, people stop buying things, markets dip, don't they? Whether it's slot machines or houses or classic cars or gold bars or stocks and shares or anything. That is just how markets work. So it was a bit worrying for me as well, to be honest. But I think we did okay. This is, believe it or not, the first time I've looked back through the results. I've been busy since the auction finished doing paperwork and sending invoices out and dealing with you know, inquiries for people coming to collect, etc. So I'm going through this the same time you are. So let's have a look how we did. Any comments and questions as we go along, then fire away, type them out below, or if you're watching on catch up, put them in the comments and I'll reply in due course. So, what did we sell? Let's have a look. Working model 2,600. That's about, I think, what we've been selling for lately. So that's, yeah, that's fine. Electric travelling crane, very nice crane, 2,800. So that seemed okay. The farmyard shooter, 1,300. Fair price for that, I think. Steerer coin didn't go. It needs putting back together really to get that sold, I think. So that'll probably go back to the owner and I'll get him to put it back together and put it back in again. The big clown I can't seem to sell. That's a bit annoying. 2003 on the extraordinary console. The Liberty Bell 1850, and we sold that a few years ago, 6 years ago I think it was, to the day, 26th of November 17. I think we made 3,000 last time, so there you go. Anyway, the Horsehead bonus, 1550. The Cowboy, 1150. Got away this time. Last auction, I think we had it in, I think it went to about 800, didn't it? I think it didn't quite get it. Needed to be close to 1,000 this time. This time it sold well way past 1,000. So it just goes to show sometimes there just isn't a buyer for a particular thing in a particular auction. It's not that it's reserved too high or whatever. It's just if there's no one there that wants it that day, it's not going to sell, is it? I didn't think it was unreasonable. I think it had, I think basically I could have sold it for 9. I think it was sort of 1,000-ish discretion before, and I didn't quite get it close enough to sell it. This time it's gone, no problem. So there we are. The nice Roman head, 900. Lot 12. The other Roman head with the Sega mech in that one, 640. The Pace Deluxe, 920. Nice machine. Peacock didn't quite make it, and the light up gutter didn't quite make it either. They were close, so if you were the top bidder on those, have a chat with me. We'll see if we can get them out the door. The governor, the kind of standard governor, if you like, 1,050. Quite good original chrome on that one. And then the one that needed a bit of a tidy up, but that one didn't quite make it. Again, it was pretty close, so have a chat with me. The Screen Stars 380, little single reeler. That's about what we've been making lately, isn't it? Sega Project, didn't get that one away, thought we would. The other one, the JCW, the Sega Clone 300. The Golden Joker's the 4-wheeler 230. Novamat 200. It's a bit of a tidy up little project for Christmas time. The Hidden Treasure, nice barn fresh. Another out of the Thomas's stash. Been sat there since 1971, not doing anything. 1,700. All there and all, yeah, just as you like them really, isn't it? Untouched. 50, whatever it is, 52 years. The World Ball 750, thought that might make a bit more because we haven't had one for such a long time. Yeah, I was surprised that one didn't go a bit more. I think you got a good buy there, whoever bought that. Gap Win 1,000. Again, I thought it might make a little bit more, but it sold. The Forks 960. The 3-ball machines do seem to have come down over the past few years. I mean, we used to get nearly, what, 2,000 for them? I think we've had over 2,000 for them back in time. So whether now all the Brian's collectors have got them, don't know. Interesting. The 11s is a little bit of a restoration project, 360. I'm surprised that one comes back again in the new year, all done. The clocks, number 888, this one was, number 29, it's 480. And these two were from the Thomas's stash, and they're untouched again since 71. But 888, of course, being a very good number. 480, and the other one 340. What a difference a number makes. The Sitas, the unique Sitas machine, yeah, didn't manage to get that one away. 5 520 for the Moon and Stars catcher, lot 32. The Challenger 520, that was one that came from that year ago, just over a year ago, I think, wasn't it? We sold that batch from the Cellar Find down on the south coast. It was one of those that came out of there a bit tatty and has been done up. So that's gone back out again at 520, so that's good. The Allwyn, this had some really fancy, this lot 34 Allwyn, spandrels and bits and bobs on it. 480. Needs a bit of artwork in the middle. Possibly new cloth as well. I don't like the cloth on it really. The jackpot, oh, that one didn't quite go. I thought that one sold. Master Golf 300. The little fortune teller 380. Rotopool 430. Very nice, really good glass in that one. Perfect glass. In fact, that looks like a little blemish on the football. It's just a reflection in the glass. Very difficult to photograph glass without reflecting anything. I spend hours trying to do it. Hence, it takes time to take photographs. The Easy Push 920. I think that surprised a few people. We were talking about this. This looked like an Easy Push Mark II with a deeper cash box. When the payout cup lower down, but it clearly never had Mark II on the top flash part. It looks totally original screws. Don't think they've ever been out since it was built. So whether it was kind of the right at the changeover point of making Easy Pushes into Easy Push Mark II, might have been an experimental one. Who knows? But perhaps that's why it made a good price. Interesting thing. The Tumbler 310. Had 2 or 3 of those type of things lately. The Fruit Drop 710, again, I think that surprised a couple of people, but very rare, unusual thing. It's the only one, as far as I know, or anybody else I've spoken to knows, has been discovered so far. Be interested to see now if a few more turn out the woodwork, isn't it? It might be that some of the other collectors have got one. Think, oh, £710, I've got one of those in the back of the shed. But I've not seen one before, and a couple of the Wonders collectors had not seen it before either, hence the battle for it, and hence the price it made. But it come from Holland, that one. But sort of untouched, just as we like them. The 2 little vendors we didn't get away. The Cadbury made 280. Quite good with that. Looks a bit grubby, but not much rust on it. Mostly dirt, so that will come up, clean up really nicely, that one, with a bit of teacup. Gumball, nobody wanted the Gumball. The Payphone 85. The Shocker, no, still haven't got that one away. I think that one, the vendor said they might restore it themselves and put it back in restored. So we might see that one again next year sometime. All done up. The nice Challenger 880. Really nice artwork on that one. It's probably the best one of those we've sold, I think. Played brilliantly as well. The Sweepstakes 1050. Wants a little bit of a tweak, new bit of glass on that one, and a bit of card, I think. And probably painted a different colour. I think they're usually black, aren't they? The Pikes Peak, I think that was my favourite machine in the sale today. And 760. I was tempted, but I managed not to buy it. But I didn't buy anything that was good, wasn't it? A great fun game to play. Lots of people like that one. The Pot of Gold 490. Nice attractive machine. Zipper 280. Big zipper. Little Play Poker 390. Vendor's still trying to find the key for that, but as I said in the auction, I think the looks like the bottom will just unbolt off the cabinet anyway, so if we can find the key, obviously we'll send it on. Target Practice 54 May 360. The Magic Clock by Keeney's. First one of those I've ever seen, 280. Oops, I just scrolled off the screen slightly, haven't I? There we go. Deval Free Play, 340. Trade stims were doing well again. Penny Pack, The attractive machine, the penny pack, 470. The little American flags, again, it was a favourite of a lot of people. I think it's a dinky little machine, very just dinky, attractive little machine, 470. Again, another rare one. The American Eagle. Again, an unmolested one, really hard to find like this. 480. And the Gusher with the bonus jackpot thing on the front, 620. Both of those have got original tokens with them, untouched. Really, really good condition. Just as you want to find them. What else did we have? The winner pack, that one thought might make a bit more. It was interesting because that one, as I said, had a proper clock mechanism in it, like a big bandit, rather than the usual little air pump that trade stims have to slow the mech down. I thought it might appeal to some of the Jennings Bandit collectors, but 180 seemed like a bargain to me, that one. A Doughboy as well, unusual four-reeler. Don't get many four-reelers in trade stims, they're usually 3 or 5. It's quite unusual just for that fact alone. 200. Little Ace. 5-rail poker machine. Incredible, such a small thing. It's like about the size of a bag of sugar. And it's a 5-reeler and a gun vendor and a 2 cash box machine. All in that tiny little package. Incredible. And again, all original condition. 420. Little Ginger, Gretchen Ginger, 330. Always a popular little machine, those. And the 21, 300, another one again from the from that seller batch that's been restored and come back round again. Made 300. All done and playing nicely. Good fun machines to play, I like those. Mini Sega 200. The Spin It 300. The Try It, the little dice tumbler machine, 150. Cheap little machine. The Booster, £100. The Lucky 7, 85. I think it might be the cheapest machine in the sale, that one. The square dice, what would you call it? Dice pocket in that one. Unusually, they're usually round. Madam X, 190. With a load of original fortunes with it. The big stands who didn't get away, I spoke to a couple of people about them, so see what we can do, see if we can get those sold. Posters were interesting, weren't they? £6, that one. 5, 10, don't think there's anything spectacular. Gulsman one, 15, I think that was the most expensive. Fabulous machine, I love that vending machine. Oh no, this one with the Roller Tour bandit on. £20. Yeah, 2s, 3s, 1s, nothing very exciting. The Coke cashier thing, 140. Good thing for your games room if you've got lots of American machines, pop all your coins in. The one that I withdrew, which was that little model machine, we sold that a year ago. It just didn't get paid for, blah 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 blah, etc etc etc. So I put it back in the auction, blocked the bidder from bidding, who bought it, didn't pay for it, which blocks them from every auction on the Easy Live platform. So all of a sudden, of course, they get in touch and pay the bill, and then want me to post it instantly. I'm like, well, you'll have to wait a minute. You've had a year to sort it out. So that's why it got withdrawn at the last minute, in case you're wondering, because it finally got paid for. Little Gnome, £7, the Gnome money box. The Las Vegas dice, 24. They were quite nice, quite heavy. And the penny kicker footballer from the Crompton's machine, £80. It's going to a good home, I think, that one. Didn't get the big horse away. Or the Dobby this time. The little model horses, £50 and 46. Then all these things off this ride that were carved by Liz Mangles in 98. They all varied between, I think, about, I think 100 might have been the cheapest and about 300, I think, was the dearest. All different, just what appealed to different people, I guess. I quite like this one with the bucket and spade on, very seasidey. £100, 104. Dolphin 100. Merhorse 120. The carp 110. 220 this seahorse with the flowers on. 140 for the seal. The prices were fluctuating quite a bit, really, weren't they? Interestingly, another Merhorse 110 for that one. This dolphin 130. Another seahorse one with a bunting on the side, 140. Another carp 140. Merhorse 120. Oops, seal £100. Another seahorse 110. It didn't seem to be varnished. I think there was a couple that weren't varnished. I don't know whether they were spares maybe to swap around and never got varnished. Not sure. Another dolphin 130. Another Merhorse 130. The last of the seals 150 with the starfish on. The seahorse with kind of like the armoured harness on. It's kind of the most complex carved one. That one 200. A couple of people like that because I kind of just that look a bit more of an American look to it, I think. Well, the American, if you look at the American carousels, have that kind of look with the armoured bridles and saddles and things on them. And the last carp, 130. All these panels, they went to one person, £30 each. That was okay. Scroll all down all those. Little signs, 22 for the little hoopla sign. 24. Roll the pennies, 20. What else do we have in here? 14. Small posters, a couple of £1. The steam engine, there's loads of interest in that. 720 in the end, that one went for. I think I knew who bought it. The chap I was speaking to the other day. We'll hopefully get it up and steaming again, which would be nice. Be good to see a little video clip of it running if you can get it working. Hasn't been steamed for some years, but looks like it's all there. So that'd be nice to see it running. David, yeah, there you go. It was David. So we'll wait for him to do it and send us a little video of it steaming up. And then I'll put that out. It'd be good to see it running, and I can send it off to the vendor then as well. I'm sure he'd like to see it running. The nice time recording clock, 210. The RAF clock, 150. Microphones. There's a bit of interest in these. Interestingly, I think they just got a good look to them, aren't they? A couple of the prop houses I sell stuff to bid on them. Does they bought them or not? I think they probably did. 46, 60. It's kind of rockety one, 48. Green violins. Now you may ask, why were we selling green violins? Well, I don't know really. They just came with some other stuff. Like, oh, okay, well, shove them in the auction then. But they got £20, 22 and 32. So there you go. If you've got any green violins you need selling, then you know where to bring them. Great big vise, 44. Well, again, you may ask why we're selling a vise. Well, it came in with some other stuff, but actually, really good vise for your workshop. Especially if you're trying to bend bits of metal up. If you're making bits of machines or brackets for fairground stalls and things like that. And you're trying to grip it. If you've ever done it in a Chinese vise, you know what happens. You put a bit of steel in and bend it, you break the vise. You're never going to break this in 1,000 years. So £44 actually is a bargain. Anyway. Remote control cars, £8, 14 and 10. The Magic Robot game is good fun, 16. This art panel, the internet went funny at the time. I don't know what happened. My sort of screens went blank. There was a bit of a panic and come back, and I never did any bidding it or not. So I've still got that one. If anybody's interested, if not, we'll put it in next time. Because it wasn't fair to the vendor to knock it down when I wasn't sure if anybody was bidding or not. Next one was £9. These educational posters, yeah, twos, threes. Not exactly setting the world on fire, were they? And quite nice artwork on them, really. I think it's just bits and bobs then. Miracle Acto, 46. Second one of those I've sold, I think. Little pastels thing. 38. The nice motor enamel, Price's Motor Lubricants, quite a rare enamel, that one. Pictorial, both sides, 440. That seemed about right from speaking to a couple of the sign people. All pairs signs, 55. Sex Shop, 190. Yeah. And these prints, 177. Lady there having a, what do they call it? A wardrobe malfunction. Seems to be having a slight issue with her jumper coming unravelled. Oops. Anyway, £16. £8 for this lady who doesn't seem to be having a problem with her top. Only made £8. Now, isn't that interesting? I wonder why that is. Let's think about that. This lady who's having a bit of an issue with her skirt, £22. And then this lady who doesn't seem to be having quite such a big issue with her skirt, only made £12. This lady over here, £12, the parking attendant. The one doing the cutouts, £9. So it seems if you've got a problem with your skirt, the picture makes more money. There we are. That was me. What was me? I missed something. Sorry, I wasn't looking at the comments. That was me. What was me? Back up here somewhere. What was I saying? I have to refresh my memory. Can't remember. You have to lie to me, Elaine. Where did we get to? Oh yeah, then just the coins, usual sort of prices. I think the mint bags of pennies, 120, 130. Don't think there's any surprises in the coins. Was to quickly have a scan through. Pennies, yeah, usual sort of price. Sixpences, £24 for 200, about usual. Some centimes this time, great for your nice coins really. Your French Orwins and roulettes and things. Some of the big dollar coins, various years. Between £6 and £12. Yeah, that was it pretty much. Some Buffalo nickels somewhere, weren't there? Buffalo nickels, yeah, 100 made 24. There's your ordinary nickels, as it were, made 14, to make kind of twice as much. Great for you if you've got jackpots on machines. You want the nice old Buffalo nickels with the Buffalo and Indian heads on. Look much better than the new ones, don't they? So I'm sure that's where they're headed, into a nice jackpot on a nice machine somewhere. There you go, I think that was it. Oh, and some Watling tokens at the end there. £16 for 4. For ones, different designs. There you go, so that was it. Marvellous. Let's go back over there, shall we? Let's go over here for the... see what we wanted in for the next one. Where do we get to? Machine-wise, wants. Let's have a look. Hopefully we got some of these today. Oh, look. Easy Push 400. So there you see. See what I mean? That Easy Push Mark 1 has a very thin cash box on. I think whoever wants one of those for £400 now is going to have to rethink their strategy, and I'll probably up and offer if they want to tempt one into the auction. Anyway, if you've got any of this stuff, have a look, see what we can pull out of the woodwork for hopefully January auction. Always worth a look down just to see what people are after. Rebull machines there, cranes still, shooters, etc. Blah de blah. There you go. Have a scroll down. Oh dear, right. Nice things, those pushers. Yeah. It's a Formica, see, I was discussing with somebody else. Formica stuff, it's selling good at the minute. Seem to do what they want. So next auction's up. So collecting, delivering, etc. for this coming week. So you've got all your invoices, they've all gone out. Details are in the email. It should be on the invoice as well of the new carriers we've got working with us. Give Chris a ring, his number's on there, and hopefully he's coming this week sometime. So pay up promptly tomorrow, get hold of Chris quickly tomorrow, and sort out and then hopefully you can visit us later in the week and load everybody up and get the stuff out. So it's covering the whole of England, the whole of Wales, and the whole of Scotland. So wherever you are, that shouldn't be a problem. Otherwise, if you're coming to collect, I'm around most days. I won't be around Thursday because the van's got to go in for MOT and tyres and brakes and God knows what else. That's going to cost a fortune. But Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I should be around most of the time, and Friday. The weekend, I'm not sure about yet because in theory we're doing the Dad's Memorial tree planting thing, but Sunday might be okay. So just bear that in mind. But the week should be fine. Gary, not got money for last auction. I've still not had details. Gary, give me a ring after the live stream ends. So I don't know if you've emailed me, the email's just not coming through or what. But give me a ring or send me an email or text or WhatsApp or something once the live stream's finished, and I'll do it tonight for you. What was I saying there? Yes. So that's collecting, delivering, etc. So then the book sale will move to the 10th. Just run out of time to catalogue it. There's a lot of books, a lot of nice books to sort out. So that'll be the 10th of December. And the spares will be the 17th. There's another load of spares coming the other day. So some good stuff in the spare sale. Lots of all-win bits, lots of bandit bits, some other bits and bobs. There's a load of fortune teller cards as well. Whoever bought the fortune machine, there's probably some for that. If you need fortune teller cards. Some plastic for back flashes I saw. I don't think what else there was. All sorts to go through. So that's where we're at. Then I know, in theory, the next Vintage Amusement sale will hopefully be the end of January. So taking stuff in whenever. If you're coming to collect, bring stuff with you. If you're getting Chris to deliver to you, if you want to send stuff back the other way, we'll do a deal with you like Alan always did. So you can send machines or fairground panels or enamel signs or whatever you want, send it back at the same time. Save yourself some money. I can't fix the date yet because we're waiting for the date of the inquest regarding Mum after all this time, 3.5 years. Still haven't got the inquest date. It's supposed to be January, and obviously that affects everything else. Getting ready for that and one thing and another. But in theory, last Sunday in January, pencil that in. That's what we're aiming at. And we'll do it all again. Marvellous. I've been speaking to somebody with another big collection, possibly. Had quite a lengthy phone call last night. If that comes off, that will be interesting to a lot of people. But in negotiation, as we say. So keep an eye out for that one. I've got a flat head tonight, haven't I? I've just realised. That's because I don't know what I've done there. It's because I moved all the cameras and things around. Ooh. Clicked on the wrong button. What about that button? There you go. I haven't got quite such a flat head. Does it look better like that? There you go, even flatter head. Yeah, don't know. Look less bald like that. Ah, marvellous, whatever. When am I going to meet the elephant? That's a good question, David. Possibly then on... possibly... I'm just thinking logically when I'm going to get there, because say the sales at the weekends, obviously I tend to go to the Elephant House on the weekend because obviously that's when most people are free to get there. But obviously now everything's at Godmanchester. Most people are collecting at the weekend, and we collected from there. So let's have a look at the weekends. What have we got? Let's have a think and a bit of a plan. Nothing like doing things live, is there? So Saturday I'm busy, family stuff. Sunday the 3rd is a possibility. The 10th we've got an auction. The 17th we've got an auction. So people are going to be wanting to get spares in there, aren't we? The weekend after that must be Christmas, mustn't it? That's not much good. Oops, hang on a minute. I clicked my calendar too far. Yeah, so the Sunday after that is Christmas Eve, so that's not a lot of good. It might have to be a Saturday. because I don't think anybody's going to be needing to view spare parts. You know what they are, so the 16th is a possibility. And the book sale's the 10th, so I might plump for the 16th of December. The reason why then is if you bought books, there's a lot of books which are heavy to post. If you bought books on the 10th, we could pick those up from Leamington as well on the 16th. So pencil in the 16th. I'll make a note here as well. That seems like the most logical, really. 16th deck, Ellie House. Because again, spares not so bad. You can just stick them in the post, aren't they? They're not particularly big. But books, if you bought half a dozen books, all of a sudden you're into £30 to post them. They're big and heavy. So that sounds like the best bet. Yeah. Okay. So I would say 16th. Anybody else needs anything? Any more questions, comments? Fire away. Viewing for the books, we'll perhaps do a bit of that on the 9th. If anybody wants to come and look at books, would you want to come and look at books particularly? You might do, mightn't you? But regardless, I can be at Manchester on Saturday the 9th if you want to collect stuff. Hopefully we'll have collected it, but then I need it out of the way to get the next lot in. But yeah, just thinking aloud here. There we are. We're scrolling down here, don't we? See what else is for sale. Or needs to be for sale, I should say. Sweetie Allwins, etc. There you go. Excuse me. Right. Are you out all day Thursday? Happen to be passing? Probably says you've got to take van in to Cambridge, which means I'll have to get back out of Cambridge while they're doing it, which will be a bus job. By the time I've farted around with all that, got to Manchester. I might be I'll probably more likely to be at home, so I could bring your stuff home possibly. Give me a ring on Wednesday morning. Make yourself a note because I'll forget. If you give me a ring on Wednesday morning, then I'll be at Manchester. I can bring your stuff home to Cambridge and we can sort that out if that works for you. That sounds logical. Yeah. Marvellous. So there we are. So yeah, so overall I think the auction was pretty good really. It was as I say, because of what has happened recently in other auctions out there in the big wide world, a few people were a bit concerned. And yeah, it does make you wonder, was the market going a bit funny again? But it doesn't seem to have been. I think we did all right. We got most of the stuff sold. Only 2 or 3 that didn't go, and the ones that didn't go were pretty close. Hopefully we'll get some of them away in the next day or two. But overall, I think we sold most stuff, and for pretty good prices, really. Roll on the next one. Have a rummage, see what you've got. Get your winter projects done. Other auctions overvalued. Well, yes, that's probably very true. It's not I don't like commenting on other people's auctions. I don't feel it's my place to do necessarily. You can by all means, but it sounds like sour grapes if it comes to me. All I would say is I've always made a point over 30 years of doing auctions. 30 something years now, 35 is it? I don't know, feel old. I just don't accept things in that I don't consider I can sell. If people want too high reserve on it, I say no, don't think I can sell that. Don't bother bringing it. Either think again on your reserve or don't bother. Most stuff we sell, people know the market's there. Every collector in the world knows about us. And the stuff will always find its true value. Because any of you would buy anything that was too cheap because you know you can sell it on again. You just sit on it for a few months and sell it again. So there's never any thing going to slip through at silly low prices. And by having a policy of not accepting things at too high reserves, hence we always sell everything or almost sell everything. And like I said, I mean, like the Cowboy Bandit, there's always a time when just nobody wants a particular machine that month. And so it doesn't sell even at a reasonable reserve. But say that one, I think it came in at 900. I think it didn't quite get there last time. I think it got to 800 and something from memory. And I thought it should sell at that, as we proved this time, because this time it sailed past the reserve and it sold. So, yeah. But if you put things in auctions with funny reserves on, then they ain't going to sell, are they? I mean, I didn't even bother to register for the auction on Friday. I didn't think it was worth spending £3 registering for it. There you go. That's all I can say on that one. Peter says, I think not putting estimates on lots help. Well, yeah. You see, over the years, people have often criticised me, saying, why don't I do estimates? Why don't you do estimates? Why don't you do estimates? And I've always said, those estimates that most auction houses do, all this come and buy me estimate rubbish that you see on these TV antiques programs, is all just nonsense. Fake low estimates, I think, is a really bad thing. So what they tend to do is if they've got a good thing in an auction, which they know is going to make £1,000 and it's in with no reserve, they'll put what they call a come and buy me estimate on it of £200 or something silly like that. So everybody thinks, oh, great, I'll get that for £200. And the auctioneers know full well it's going to make £1,000. Or otherwise, if there's a big reserve on it, then you have to, by law, you can't estimate it at lower than the reserve is. So if it's in a £1,000 reserve, you can't estimate it at £500 to £800, even if that's what it's really worth in the market, because you can't sell it at £500. So it's false advertising. So it's illegal to put an estimate on lower than the reserve is. Hence, sometimes you see auctions will revise their estimates because the seller has changed the reserve. So yeah. So I've never published estimates. I don't believe in them, but that's why I built the website, the Collector Connector website, which has now got. Well, when I put this auction up, I think it'll have £2 million worth of slot machine results on it, which is obviously the thing we're known for. What are we on at the minute? 1,974,000, yeah, 25 grand. I'm sure we sold £25,000 worth of slots today. So that will go over £2 million worth of auction results, and they're real prices that we've actually sold for. As you all know, so you look at any machine. You know, some of them there's only 1 or 2 results. If it's a rare machine, some things like I don't know, Brian's 11s as we usually look at, don't we? We've sold dozens of them. Where are we there? 48 of those. So there's 48 prices there that were sold over the years. Ooh, excuse me, video's playing. And anyone can see it. You can scroll down 600, 700, 680, 640, 540, 780, 960, 640, 560. So anybody, you can scroll down the results and see, well, basically a Brian's 11s is true market value. Average that out is about 600 quid. So there will always be exceptions. There'll be some let's have a look, see if we can find an exception to that. It's one that's only 240. Why is it 240? Well, because it's a complete basket case restoration, look. There's one there, 850. That's a bit more than usual. Why is that? It doesn't look particularly good, actually, that one. It must have been a very good day, that one. What else have we got? Any more real exceptions? 1,950. Well, that was as new, out of the factory, untouched. And I think it went to America, that one. To an expat for a lot of money. There were people battling over it because it was literally fresh out of the factory, never been played. It was commissioned by a collector, so it never ever been in an arcade. So again, there's a couple of XXs, but generally look down all those 48 prices, then you'll see an average price for 11s is 600 quid. So that's a true estimate, if you like. You can see from the price history. Now, if somebody like the one was in today needed a bit of work, would it make 350, I think? But it was there with no reserve, so I could have put a come and buy me estimate on it of £50 to £80. Well, I know it's not going to make £50 to £80. So what's the point? It's just false advertising, isn't it? So that's why I don't do estimates. Don't believe in it. Dave said, never knew about estimate and reserve. Yeah, well, there you go. Don't give too many tips on their businesses. Well, I just find it bizarre the way I've always done the things a little bit differently, rightly or wrongly, whatever. I've always done things my way. I've been, as a lot of you know, brought up in auctions literally since I was a baby in a pram. And I always say I don't necessarily know how to do it, but I know how not to do a lot of things, which is more important in a way. And that's one of the things I always thought was a bad idea, and I've never done it. There was really, I think I might have told you before, years ago, there was a very interesting article in the Antique Trade Gazette, which is like the big trade newspaper for the antique trade, funnily enough. And I think it was a university, I think somebody had done it as their, it's like their thesis thing, and they'd studied auctioneers' estimate prices against the actual hammer price. And the point being, their theory was, the whole point of their study was that a good auctioneer should be able to estimate pretty much what stuff's going to sell. There's always exceptions, of course, but again, over thousands of lots or hundreds of thousands of lots a year that a big auction house might sell, they should be pretty bang on if they're good. More especially the specialist auction houses. If all you're ever dealing in is Chinese porcelain, and you sell hundreds of lots of it every month, you should be able to get that pretty spot on. And interestingly, what they found was a lot of the big auction houses were miles out, and they kind of advertised in the fact that, oh, this sale, we estimated this sale at 50,000, 500,000, whatever it was, but we actually got 200,000. Aren't we clever? Wow, we got 4 times estimate. Well, and their whole point was, no, that's really bad, because they should have got it bang on. And the flip side was that there's a lot of very small auction houses, people like me, who just have a little niche market in dinky toys or pot lids or architectural things or whatever it was. They really know their market. Small little individual family-run auction houses were often bang on, and their estimate to sale price would be somewhere sort of between 95 and 105% maybe. So they were almost bang on estimate where they were. And like I was saying, that is a true estimate there, people who are doing their job properly. Whereas the big auction houses were making all this fuss about, aren't we clever because we're selling everything 5 times estimate, which proves it's just a complete load of rubbish. So there you go. That's my rant over on estimates and auction houses, and why I don't do them, and why I spent a long time building this website with all this data on. And there'll be more. I've still got the previous 15 years, is it, whatever it is, of data on paper before we started doing computerized records. To one day in my retirement, maybe sit in and type it all in. So that'll add another 15 years or whatever, and probably double the amount of results on there. But you know, the more sales we do, the more use it becomes, really. There you go. So that's what it's all about. What else can we tell you? Anything? Anybody else got any more bright ideas? Or not? Do let me know. So you said good work today. Thank you very much. It's been a hell of a week. I'm wrecked. I need a good sleep. There's a lot of catching up to. It took us 5 months to get into that unit. Oh, that's the other thing I was going to say. Yes, everybody who came to view on Saturday, thank you very much. And thanks to Steve and Sarah Gibbs, who came and manned the tea for a couple of hours. It was funny because we sort of opened at 11, and by 1 o'clock people had kind of been and gone, and we thought, oh, that was it for the day. And they went off to do some other things. And then they had a kind of another flurry after 1 o'clock. In fact, I think we might have even had more people after 1 than we had before. So I might adjust the viewing times a bit next time. Maybe make it shorter. Because it was funny that some people who came in the afternoon, you know, mentioned, as you do, you have a chat, don't you? Say, oh, have you seen so-and-so lately? And we said, oh, yeah, they were here an hour ago. Oh, haven't seen them for 5 years. I said, well, it was kind of the whole point of what people said they missed was the getting together on the viewing days. So maybe if we put a shorter window, more people will be there at all the same time, and you can all catch up with each other. So there we are. We'll perhaps do that next time. You do a super job, nighty night. Great sale, thank you as ever. Thank you very much. Compliments very gratefully received. Great auctions always. Loyalty discount on the commission helps. Yes, don't forget that. If you're a member on the old Colcon website, you get 25% off your buyer's premium and your selling commission. And that can save you a lot of money, especially over a year. So I do keep telling you. Can't force you, it's up to you, isn't it? If you don't want to spend a tenner a month to save 25%, up to you. The option's there if you want it. David, thanks, Steve. We'll probably be up Wednesday. Sounds good to collect the engine. Let's see how quick I can get it running. If you can get it running by New Year, that would be great. And we can have a little video of it on our New Year's Eve live stream. We'll do that again. A couple of people have asked, because that's quite good fun. I enjoyed that the past couple of years. See the new year in with fellow collectors. So yeah, anybody who's bought anything interesting in the year, if you've got any interesting photographs, if you've restoration project, maybe you've resurrected something from the dead and bought something interesting, found some interesting photographs or something, gather all that up. I'm going to do all that on New Year's Eve. There's a load of bottles of booze here I need to do something with, a giveaway, bottles of whiskey and things. I'll run some competitions because I don't drink whiskey. And I'll give it all away to you all. And I don't know, we'll have some, I'll think of something. The most embarrassing photograph of you as a kid in a fairground or something like that, or whatever. There's some good ones of me somewhere. We'll find something to do, I'm sure. Thanks, Steve. It was a fun auction. Good, good. Trade stims seem to be making more than War Machine. Yeah, the trade stims for the past few sales have been doing really well. I think they're finally, people kind of appreciate them, how much fun they are. Like I said, the little Pikes Peak game, brilliant game. I was very tempted to buy that myself. Such good fun to play. And also they're smaller and heavier. As we're all getting a bit older, I think we're realising that our days of humping Sega Bandits about are getting a long way in the past. Nice little trade stimulators, and you pop them on the shelf, take them off and play them, put them back again. Fantastic. So I think they're a lot of appeal, and the variety as well. Lots of variety, lots of interesting little games. So yeah, hopefully we'll get some more trade stims in, and there's a bit more interest in that market. Years ago, I mean, when I used to do the auctions 25 years ago over at Huntington, there was literally 2 people used to buy them, basically. Jez, I'm sure you all know Jez and Pete, and if neither of those turned up, they wouldn't sell. And I used to have to hope that both of them turned up, so there'd be a bit of a fight over so to get the prices up a little bit. But they just weren't wanted. Don't know why. But I think now people are appreciating them more. They're just nice designed little things. I say some of them, like their little poker machine, to get so much into a tiny little case. Incredible engineering. People who appreciate the engineering in them. And the design of some of them really, like the penny pack machine we sold, the red and blue one. And the other Deval one, the nice kind of curvy one that looks a bit like an American fridge. Lovely designs. Such nice things. Paul says, have something nice to show you all soon. Yes, very exciting news coming from Paul. Hopefully, oh, that might be a video, another one for New Year's Eve maybe. Ollie's built in and making a scratch-built brines machine. Well, that sounds good. We'll enjoy that one as well then. Excellent. Be some good stuff. There's some, apparently I don't know where they are, but I have to get hold of the American chap, but the little group of Americans that came over and toured the UK, looked at a few collections, including some of mine, took a load of photographs, which are up on, I don't know, Facebook or somewhere. I don't do Facebook. So see if I can get a copy of those. Because I didn't actually get round to photographing any of my stuff before I put it all away again. Snap wrist. But, I will try and get a few snaps. But, yeah, some interesting things. There's a Peter's new arcade to look forward to in the new year. Extension that Merivale. A retro video arcade coming. So yeah, some interesting things happening. There's whatever's going to happen with the Fairground Heritage Trust. Might be some news there by the end of the year. My tea's gone cold. Back to have a mouthful. I can feel it's cold. Peter says should have a video for New Year of what's happening at Great Yarmouth. Marvellous. And then we'll pester him for an open day. Who was I chatting to? We said what we need to do in Norfolk is find a if anybody's got a nice vintage bus or something, then we could all go to Peter's Arcade at Wroxham maybe, where there's plenty of car parking, do the arcade there, get on a nice vintage bus, go to Yarmouth, do the arcade there, have some fish and chips, back to Wroxham, go home again. Wouldn't that be a great day out? So if you're in Norfolk somewhere and got a nice bus, that was Roger and Elaine, that's right, it was, yes. So yeah, anyone in Norfolk who's got a nice bus or something like that, preferably a nice vintage one, if you know anybody. That'd be fantastic to organise, wouldn't it? It'd be a great day out, that. I like creating more work for people. And then we'll see. I'm not sure we can go up to Roberts again, up at up north. What's it called? Woodbank. That's been extended. I don't know if Bob Hannon's going to do another arcade or not. I hope so, because he's got some nice stuff. It's a shame that that didn't last, the one in York. I've not heard from Bob whether he's going to do another one or not somewhere. There might be ones happening somewhere else as well that I sort of half know about. Are we going back to Paul's again, please? Oh, I'm sure we can twist Paul's arm. I'm sure we need it. He needs us traipsing all over his garden again another day. Oh, he said, love to Peter's second arcade at Wroxham. Yes. Paul says, yes, that's good. We'll hold him to that then. Don't know when, but we'll sort it out. So we'll do a few more. Those of you who came on Saturday to view, a couple of you met my neighbour, Simon, who's got the cider factory next door. Fantastic. He's waiting to get his licence so he can sell from there. So I'm hoping in the summer he'll have his licence. And then viewing on a Saturday, I'll get him to we can have a little cider stall outside. A barbecue would be great. We've got loads of space there outside and there's basically nobody there at the weekend. So that's rather nice. Oh, what's happening on here? Has the video gone funny? Hang on a moment. My video's gone funny. Oh, I don't know if it's still working or not. Somebody let me know if we're still working. What if I refresh this? I might have just killed it altogether. Apologies if I have. I think it's still working. Very odd. Anyway, looks like it's still working. Gary says that's the right answer, Paul. Marvellous. Very welcome to come to mine for an open day. Excellent. So yes, we'll work on all of those. And some more get-togethers. Dingles would be good. Yes, Dingles. Well, there might be some big changes at Dingles very shortly. That's a watch this space job. I'm still there. That's good. You're not bored of me yet then. A bit blurry. Yeah, I feel a bit blurry, to be honest. It's been a long week. On that note, it's probably time to go, as I'm feeling very blurry and looking very blurry. So thank you all very much for your enthusiastic bidding today. We look forward to the next one, or next ones. Next video should be Tuesday. As I say, get in touch. You should have got your invoices, and we'll see some of you in the week to collect your goodies. Pencil in the 16th for the Elephant House. That sounds like a good plan. I should be able to work that in, and then if you bought stuff in the book sale, you'll be able to pick that up as well. So that should work okay, shouldn't it? Marvellous. You think I'm about to be beamed up? Oh, well, yeah, probably. Yes. Right, I think that's it. Marvellous. Thank you all very much. I'm getting a very croaky voice. I need a cup of tea and some sleep, and we'll start again tomorrow. Excellent. Nighty night all. I'll catch you soon.